Nearly 32 years ago, fire ripped through the Oakland Hills. 25 people were killed, thousands of homes destroyed. In the wake of recent wildfires, PG&E is finally set to bury thousands of miles of power lines across the state.
But the Oakland Hills Montclair neighborhood is not part of the plan, and people who live there want to know why. So far, more than 1,300 people have signed a petition, a Change.org petition asking PG&E to underground power lines in Montclair.
Yeah, and ABC 7 News I-Team reporter Melanie Woodrow has the latest developments.
I was born right here in this area.
Cynthia Harrison-Barbera's family has lived in the Montclair neighborhood of Oakland Hills for 70 years.
We worry about fire risk every single day.
The 1991 Oakland Hills fire,
I don't think we're going to stop this thing,
is a painful memory for many here.
Well, it would be a catastrophe if this happened again.
It's why Harrison-Barbera started a Change.org petition asking PG&E to underground these power lines. She says she had more than 1,300 signatures in less than 3 weeks.
For us, fire is a matter of life and death.
PG&E says its 10,000-mile undergrounding program is aimed at making the electric system safer by prioritizing undergrounding in areas where it can have the greatest impact on reducing wildfire risk. Montclair did not make the list.
We just were struggling to understand PG&E's logic behind that.
Doug Harmon built his home and others here. He says Montclair's proximity to high voltage transmission lines, in addition to distribution and service lines, which crisscross the neighborhood, is especially concerning.
Very old infrastructure, very high voltage. We thought we would be a shoo-in.
A spokesperson with PG&E tells the I-Team it met with community members to discuss wildfire risk reduction work in the neighborhood and continues to invite their feedback. PG&E says since 2018, it's completed 2 overhead system hardening projects and 1 undergrounding project in Montclair, as well as making sure trees are a safe distance from power lines, inspecting electric equipment, installing 14 sectionalizing devices to better target safety-related shutoffs, and installing a high-definition camera to monitor and respond to wildfires. The utility says it has also added 3 weather stations to better predict severe weather and installed enhanced power line safety settings that can automatically turn off power within 1/10 of a second if a fault that may lead to a wildfire ignition is detected on elevated fire weather days.
They know they have a problem. That's why they're doing all these things.
PG&E tells the I-Team its undergrounding plans do not include Montclair because there are power lines in higher risk areas.
You have to understand that this is one of the most densely populated high fire risk areas in the state of California. And if they're not seeing that, then their risk model is not complete.
Residents here also point to a limited number of ways to get in and out of this neighborhood.
This is a fire trap.
They say during a meeting with PG&E reps, they were told PG&E's risk model does not factor in egress. But in its statement to ABC 7 News, PG&E said it uses a team of local fire safety specialists with knowledge of local conditions, including ingress and egress considerations, to validate its risk model outputs.
Prove it.
Oakland Deputy City Administrator Joe DeVries coordinates the Wildfire Prevention Working Group for Oakland.
Undergrounding is a big, long, expensive process. We were told that this area wasn't a high priority area, and we take exception to that. And honestly, if none of those wires were above ground, none of them would release a spark that would cause a wildfire.
Since 2017, PG&E has been blamed for more than 30 wildfires. Its 2023 wildfire mitigation plan doesn't sit right with Montclair residents who say they have seen what could happen.
I do not want to have to tell this story to my kids or grandkids again, that we knew what had happened, had a perfect example, and not done anything about it.
For the I-Team, Melanie Woodrow, ABC 7 News.